Hey, so I've decided to do a vlog for every day of this week-long Joe Dispenza intensive retreat in Cancun for two reasons, really. Like the first one is it's going to be a very useful video record of my progress. And I think the secret of progress is really mainly something that lies in the details of the process. And once the process and the details is lost, with the passage of time and memory, sometimes it's quite hard to recapture the magic of the change that happened in the moments, despite all the summarized ideas and and the um, the theories behind it. It's often in the reflections of the own knowledge against the current circumstances and my mental states and the way I am struggling with or grappling with how obstacle to these ideas currently manifest, that they come alive actually. So, so I want to do that so that it could become something useful for learning and rekindling the spirit somewhere down the line once I'm out of this very hot, very well designed and very intense process in the retreat. Second is, I really want to share it with you, share it with anyone who would enjoy listening to this, who is curious about this retreat, as most people seem to be, because so many miraculous and interesting things seem to happen under this very well designed and well controlled conditioned. I want you to be able to know in details about what actually happens, what actually goes on, in a way that I probably will struggle to talk about as clear minded and as familiar with it as I can now, or while I'm going through it. So that's why I'm very keen to do this. And I keep this short, maybe only about 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. So today is the first day, and we only have a half day. The retreat didn't actually start until 6 p.m. And to start with, I was actually feeling quite good. I spent the morning on the beach. After a very hectic night of travel, I had 5 hours sleep. But granted, maybe it was a jet lag, or maybe it was just the energy around the place. I actually didn't feel tired at all, actually. So I went to the beach, did 2-3 meditation in total for about 3 hours. So I actually stepped into the place, like the venue, feeling very refreshed and quite hopeful. But a lot of this old conditioning that I had arose as soon as I stepped into a great big group of people and start interacting again, actually. So I'll be very specific, right? So when I start the retreat, I've identified a number of things that I tend to lose energy from. So these are habits of my personality. These are things I tend to deal with, inner struggles or experiences that I find challenging. A lot of the time they are fear, right? Like fear about my health is a big one recently. So a lot of health anxiety thoughts. Some fear around social situations, actually, right? I most of the time I think I managed to put quite a sort of good exteriors about social interactions. But inside there is these deep-seated fear of not being valued or not being given enough attention, not being admired, and they create a kind of quiet desperation usually that creates an urge or drive to communicate with people, even when I don't feel like doing that, or to try too hard. So it come at the cost of me lacking a sort of authenticity when I come across to other people. That's also I guess that's a very male thing, right? Like a certain attraction to women that still takes, at this age, a lot of my attention. So it produced this pressure to impress and to chat, maybe even to flirt, which really takes away from my purpose. And I mentioned this for a reason. It's because in tonight's teaching, Joe Dispenza didn't really talk about anything new, really. As an introduction, I think he covered a lot of old grounds around how, in order to create change and transformation, which is the key message that he talks about, it's all about creating a real future that you deserve, that you really love, that would create the ultimate fulfillment for your life. And in order to do that, it's very hard. Like when you're doing it half-heartedly, and when you don't manage to step into your full power, because a lot of the time, this type of true meaning or this way of life in which we are able to fulfill these higher purpose, they are not the life prescribed by our civil society. They're not the kind of life that